I know that it is first thing in the morning out in Canada, and so we'll give it a minute or two for everybody to jump online with me. I'm going to do something live today. Didn't have time to tape another session, but we have been getting some really cool and clear communication from spirits down at Highgate Cemetery. So I wanted to do this live with you. So good morning, Steve. It's great to see you online. Good morning, Sonia. Great to see you here. I hope that you're having amazing weather. It is finally sunny and nice out in England today, so I only have my hoodie on instead of my trusty yellow raincoat. But yeah, I wanted to do this live with you and see if first off, I wanted to show you what I'm doing in order to be led to who wants to communicate with me. Good morning for everybody who's just jumping online. I am in Highgate Cemetery. Good morning, Melissa. It's 17 degrees in Sutton, Ontario, Steve. That is not too bad, not too shabby, as long as it's not pouring rain. It finally let up here. Cause yeah, it was been pretty cold and nasty. I've been living in my sweatpants the whole time I've been here. But this morning I wanted to do something exciting with you guys and do it live, and show you, a way to communicate with spirits, because I'm going to use my dowsing rods and allow the field of energy to be able to direct me to which grave wants to communicate. I've already put out the signal that I'm open to communication, and my friend Carol and I have created a baseline with our K2 meter. So this is an EMF detector, and as you see now, it's going off because my phone is going close to it, right? So let's pull it away. And actually, I just wanted to see if I put this, if it still goes off. Oh, it does. Interesting. I was covering it with my radiation Defender Shield phone case, and it didn't go off as much as what it did when I was putting it close to it. So as you can see, when there is an electrical charge or something that gives off, like an electronic that gives off EMF and emits a signal, this EMF detector will start going off. And the closer I get, you can see, and just think of that, you guys. This is what we hold to our head every single day. When we're answering our phone or anything, that's what's going through our head, all that EMF. So we got to be consciously aware of the devices that we have close to our body, that we have going off in our house, because they're not good. Electronics are not good. So I am standing this far away, and as you can see, the light is not going off, right? So what I'm going to do is I will make sure that my friend Carol is at least this far away, and then I'll get you at the time to kind of zone in on it, right? Just so people can see if it's going off or not. Now, we did this so you could see as a baseline, again, when I get close to the K2 meter with my electronics, it's going off. Melissa, wow, so excited. Got my coffee and so ready for this. Thanks for including and sharing with us. You're my new favorite TV channel. Thanks, Melissa. This is awesome. Love it. Okay, so that's the meter that I'm going to be using in order to communicate. So just like when I get close, Well, when a spirit gets close to it, it sets those off. It sets those off. And if it's a really strong signal, it will, I'm just going to pick it up. It'll start going off all the way to red when it's a strong signal. Well, when we were in Avebury, and I'm just going to put it there so you can see. See, you can see there's nothing by it, so it's not going off. Well, when we were in Avebury and we did this session in the Avebury St. James graveyard, it was sitting on the ground just like that. And it was going off like crazy when something wants to communicate. And obviously, something wants to communicate because there was a couple little blips there. And right before I hopped on live, I set the intention, okay, whoever wants to come and talk to me, now is the time to be able to do it. So I'm going to show you how I'm doing it. So, Carol, I'm going to get you to take the phone. Okay, guys, this is the fun part. So these are my dowsing rods, my little trusty collapsible dowsing rods. And you put them at a 90-degree angle, and you kind of point them down. And when there's an influx of energy, so I'm going to walk towards Carol to show you what I mean. When a field of energy changes, they open up or they cross. So when I walk towards Carol, they should open up, see? Because there's a field of energy around Carol that is her auric field. And when I walk into Carol's energy, the dowsing rods open up. So we're going to use dowsing rods to see who wants to communicate with us. So let's go on a hunt. I hope everybody can hear me okay. Can everybody hear me okay? Okay, let me just see. Which way? Which way? We will start from here. And you know, I have a feeling it's kind of up that way, but we'll see what comes. So I'm just walking and I'm allowing the dowsing rods, and they're pointing, see? They're pointing that way. And they're beginning to cross. Interesting. So now I'm going to see which grave it is that it's crossing at, because they will open up or they will cross. They won't stay the same if there is a spirit that's standing there that wants to communicate with us. See what the dowsing rods do. Okay, this one didn't really do anything. See, I have a feeling it's this one. Or behind it. No, it's not quite crossed. I'm going to go behind. Can you do this with me, Carol?
Yep.
Oh, they're crossing right behind. Not this one. They're crossing right here. There's no headstone right here, so...
But there'd be a grave underneath.
Yeah. You can see them clearly crossing. And I can feel that. I can feel that. It's literally like there's a wall of energy right here. Whoa. Okay, so let's put these down. And let's just see if there's anyone who wants to communicate with us. I'm going to put it right there. And then just, yeah, you got it. Okay. Now let's just see if there's anyone who wants to communicate with us. Oh. Go ahead, wave your hand. I saw those blips. Did you catch that? Okay, cool. If there's anyone who'd like to come and communicate with us right now, go ahead and wave your hand over the K2 meter and let us know that you're here with us. there's anyone who wants to communicate, wave your hand over the meter and just light it up. Wave your hand over the green light. Let us know that you're here. And then we wait and we see if we can get an answer. We'll give them another couple seconds and then we can check out another hot spot. Because the other thing too, there's a couple things that it can be. Am I standing on a ley line, right? Or am I standing on someone's grave that wants to communicate with me? We'll give you 5 more seconds. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Wave your hand over the meter if you want to communicate. Okay, let's try another one. Let's see. Just gonna set the intention. If anybody in this big celestial bedroom wants to come out and talk to us, I'm open to communicating through the device that I have in my hand and through my dowsing rods. We'll see what happens. If that's possible. Oh, see, being pointed this way. Ooh, there's a lot of flies and stuff though. Do I really want to do that here? Do I have to do that here?
Yes.
Don't say yes. There's so many spiders. Okay, fine. Okay. Guys better pull through. If there's anybody who wants to communicate with us, this is the device that I want you to wave your hand over top of. Where should I put it? Should I put it on top of the grave or should I put it on the ground?
Mm-hmm.
Are these called midges? Are those midges?
Midges.
Those are midges?
Mm-hmm.
Those are more like wasps, not mosquitoes. Okay, if there's anyone who would like to communicate with us, go ahead and wave your hand over the K2 meter and let us know that you're here. I have a feeling it should be on the ground.
Yeah.
Connecting with the
Yeah.
ground. Ew, there's a big snail. Do I have to do this here, Carol?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, you guys better pull through on this one. Because there's like snails and icky stuff everywhere. Okay, guys. Oh, there we go. You were right. You were right. Okay. So, is there someone here that would like to communicate with us? Wave your hand over the K2 meter and let us know that you're here. You did it once before. Go ahead. Let us know that you're here. There, thank you. Thank you. Would you like to communicate with us? Nice. Thank you. Are you a male? Yes. Are you buried beneath this K2 meter? No. Are you buried in the area where we are standing? No. Did you live in a time of war? Are you happy where you are? Are you at peace where you are? This one may have moved on already. Oh, no. Say no. I'm still here. Are you at peace where you are? I would take that as a no. Is there anything that we can do for you? Would you like us to pray for you? I pray for the ones that say yes. I saw that. So I will say a prayer for the soul of the person who is connecting with me now. Heavenly Father, I ask that you lift this eternal soul up into your arms of unconditional love and grace and mercy. Lord, I ask that you bring peace to their soul and refuge. Take them into your hands and let them feel your unconditional love. Now and forevermore, I ask this in my Heavenly Father's name. Amen. I saw that. I saw that. We gotta thank you. Oh, look, we gotta thank you. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. That was really cool. That was really cool. I love catching this stuff. I love catching this stuff on tape. I love it because it's proof that that we do live on. We are eternal, and that there are ways to communicate. It's just we have to fine tune our receptors so that we can feel the information that's being exchanged through the dimensions. Because, okay, I'm gonna get away from the spider place. Thank you for making me. Thank you for making me. That was gross. There's like snails and everything over here. But it just proves that life does live on. And they will make contact with us if we set that intention. And one thing that I have noticed, so the prayer thing. So we were sitting in the Avery Cemetery, and I know that we got a hold of a vicar or a church leader, someone that was high up in the church. And we were communicating like that. And I asked, are you at peace? And we got a no. So I said, would you like us to pray for you? And we got a no. I asked, would you like us to pray with you? I think went crazy, went ballistic. And as soon as we formed a circle and we prayed for that soul, it was like peace flooded down upon us, and it stopped answering because it was literally prayed out of this realm. And we can do that. We can pray for our loved ones in spirit as much as we can pray for the living. It's spiritual work. Prayers are, when we send them out, it's into the fifth dimension where we are all connected and we are all one. So you will feel the power of my prayer, and I will feel the power of your prayer if we connect with each other, and that's why I believe in praying together, meditating together, and coming to that common ground frequency that unites us all, because that field is where we can download information like that. We can access the records just like that. We can heal instantaneously. My God, it's unlimited to what we can do when we're connected to the field. So, is there any comments in there or questions that people were asking? Are we still connected?
Yep.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, good. Does anyone have any questions that they wanted to ask as I waltz around Highgate Cemetery? If not, I'm going to go find my next person that wants to have cosmic coffee with me, wants to communicate. So, you ready for the next one, Carol?
Yep.
Did we get back? Let's go back to the path, because I don't want us breaking our ankles in this mess. Yeah, it's very, very overgrown. And the reason why, this place was actually for sale. The cemetery went into foreclosure, didn't it? Went into foreclosure and sat here for 20 years untended, and then it went up for sale, and they were going to build a pile of course, apartments on it. So the Highgate Society purchased it and made it into
Registered charity.
a registered charity where you can now come visit it, pay a small fee, and all the money goes to the upkeep. And they wanted to keep it as natural as possible, which I think is so beautiful and creepy and perfect. This is the best graveyard ever. It's so full of spirits. Usually spirits move on, but I can absolutely see them walking amongst the stones. And it makes me wonder why any of them would stick around in the graveyard. That was the one message that my own dad gave me after he died. He said, because I had such a hard time. I visited his grave sometimes 4 times a day after he died. I was so devastated. And it was hard for me not to go to the graveyard. But in one of the dreams that I had, he said to me, I'm not there. I'm with you. You'll feel me there because you're tuning into me there. You can tune into me anywhere. You don't need to go to a graveyard to tune into me. Just tune into me. So I started tuning in, and boom, he was right there. So for anyone who has lost a loved one, just tune in. They're literally right next to you the second that you do. It's like a cosmic phone call that you make, and they'll pick it up. They will. So let's go find our next person. You ready for this? Ghost Adventures. Adventures in Highgate Cemetery. One of the oldest, creepiest graveyards I've ever been in. Oop, something's pointing over here. Is it this one? Oh, it is. In heaven we part no more. Jesus called our darling little sunbeam Daisy, Emily Dawson, to join the Great Home Circle Sunday, March 8, 1896, aged 11 and 10 months. Also, dear Dada, Joseph Dawson, my dearly beloved husband and devoted companion, called to our heavenly home, May 22nd, 1899. So just over 3 years later at 44. And with the more those angel faces smile, which we have loved long since but lost a while. Also, our Ernest, November 3rd, 1913, age 32, until we meet again. And then there's Anne, who died October 26th, 1922, at 77 years old. Wow. There's a lot of people in this grave. A lot of people. So now that I think about it, it doesn't surprise me that one of them would want to say something. So let's see. Let's see. So we'll put this down. And then just don't come too close because then you'll set it off. So let's make sure it's base. And then just, zoom in. Or you can come a little bit closer. It wasn't picking up here. Okay, let's see. Is there anybody who would like to come and communicate with us? Daisy Emily Dawson, Joseph Dawson, Ernest, or Anne Elizabeth Dawson. I ask you to step forward if you are around and would like to communicate with us. To wave your hand in front of the meter that is on the ground, just like that. And your hand will set off the device. If there is anyone around who'd like to communicate with us, I invite you to do so. If there's anyone who needs a prayer, I invite you to step forward and allow me to pray for you. And surround you with the white light of the Holy Spirit. I know you were believers because it said so on your gravestone. So if anyone would like to step forward, please do so now. Five-second rule. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we are going to move forward and move on and see who else wishes to communicate with us. Okay, let's see. See what the dowsing rods say next. We are going on a ghost adventure, allowing the dowsing rods to pick up the different fields and energy, and they are pointing that way. Oh Lordy. Okay, let's go up some here. Keeps pointing me over here, but I didn't want to walk that way because it's so bad. Shoot. Carol, you ready for this? I'm sorry. I know. Okay, careful. Ooh, look.
Wide open.
Wide open. Oh, and I could feel the energy coming up off my feet. Oh, that is so crazy. Okay, stay over there. I'm going to do it one more time and make sure that it's not just me.
Give me a second. There you go.
No, I can feel it. I can feel it from about here. Yeah. Oh, it's going right up my feet, Carol. Ooh. Okay, that's the one. Ooh. Oh, yeah. I feel it right here. This is literally a hot spot. Out of all of them that I've stopped at, this one I can literally feel up my feet, up my legs, up my hands. whoever this person was powerful. Flory. Who was Flory?
Flory.
I know that name.
We had a Flory. Yeah, and I can't think of where.
But you know what I'm talking about. There was a story with a Flory. Died March 4th, 1917, age 44. Interesting about fours. Rest in peace. Also of Hannah Soulsby, mother of the above. Died September 23rd, 1918, age 88. 88 and 44. Her end was peace. Oh, beautiful. The private grave of Florence Wyatt. Private grave of Florence Wyatt. Okay.
Look at the surname.
Wyatt.
Yeah, Soulsby. Soulsby.
Soulsby. Oh, yeah. Hannah Soulsby. No, I have a feeling I should put it here. Okay. Is it connecting okay? I haven't had a problem with connection? Okay, perfect. Okay. Lawrence Wyatt and Hannah Soulsby. We invite you to step forward and communicate with us and let us know that you're here. Let us know that you're here. Let us know that you're at peace. Or if there's anything that we can do for you. Go ahead and wave your hand over that little meter that's on the ground. And it will light up. Oh, I can feel someone standing right there. Yeah, I can feel someone standing right by that tree. Right there, like right here. Come forward, step closer. And let us know if there's any messages by waving your hand over that little green light that is on the ground. Let us know that you're here. Come and say hi. Florence Wyatt. Or Hasby. Oh, there we go. Hannah Soulsby. Hannah Soulsby. Would you like to communicate with us? You were 88 years old when you passed away. Wave your hand over the meter. There you go. I can see it. Good job. Put it a little closer and let it light up even more. When you do that, the lights will go all the way red. Come closer. Come and say hello. Look. There we go. There we go. Are you Hannah Soulsby? Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Are you at peace, Hannah? Yes. Is your family with you? Yes. Are you at peace? Excellent. Excellent. Are there angels all around you? Thank you for communicating with us. I can feel your peace. And we send you love. Thank you. Anything you want to ask?
Seeing if she can get much closer to it and maybe get it up to the... Yeah, thank you. Can you try to get it to the to make the red lights light up?
Excellent. Keep going.
Keep going,
All the
yeah.
way red.
Oh, yellow, well done.
Excellent. Just a little bit further. Light it up all the way red.
That's incredible. You're doing it.
Excellent. There we go. We got it to yellow. Wow.
Wow.
Look at her going. Look
Thank
at
you.
Yeah, thank you. I'm really glad that we're catching this live so that people can see what... Good.
Yeah, we're good.
Thanks. It didn't stop the recording, did it?
No.
You may have scared our guest away. Are you still here, Hannah? Hannah, are you still here?
That may have scared our guest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you. Oh, she's still here. Yeah, that was a bright green. Thank you. Thank you. We send you love. She died at a ripe old age of 88. She's at peace. She died from old age. Ouch. Thank you, Hannah. She just showed me that. She had a chair. She lived, this lady, oh, see? Yeah. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Is it still recording? This lady lived in a house that had a front porch, and she had a rocking chair that she would just sit and watch nature, watch it like it was like an estate or no, it wasn't quite an estate. It wasn't that big. It was smaller than that. But I see land all around, and I can see a garden out back. Like, she's showing me glimpses of her life, and it was peaceful. She brought peace. This lady tried to bring peace.
Melissa's asking us if you can ask if any of the spirits know any of your deceased relatives
Ooh.
from your family tree. That's a good question.
Very good question. Hannah. It's interesting how she answers. Look at that. I'm gonna wait until you're done playing with it. Seems to be quite active. She's showing me, I can see what she's doing right now. It's literally like she's giving me the imprint of her life. She's letting me flip through her book. And I think that's why it's like she's literally telling me her story. This was heart failure, heart or lung, because I can feel a heaviness in the chest. And she actually died in bed. She yeah, see. Anyways, it's that's pretty cool, because she's letting me see her story. I'm asking telepathically if Hannah knows any of my family members, and I'm actually getting a no. And see? There we go. Going on again. I can see it when she changes the subject. She said no. We just cap on her grave. And the thing is that I don't think she's stuck here. I think that she's just someone who comes and checks on the place, if you will. Just like how we're walking through, she's walking through. And so we met at a perfect time to record this, if that makes sense. So thank you, Hannah. Thank you so much for your communication. Yeah, when it's going off like this, it's literally like she's pulling me into her story right now. I can see the horses and the stables that were on the side of the house even. So that's interesting. That's cool.
She gone.
She is.
She's gone.
She left. You can feel it.
Huh?
That was trippy. I need a sip of water. Yeah, I could totally see it. And the house was like this, it was solid brick on the outside, white plaster walls, tall ceilings on the inside. It had it wasn't quite a wraparound veranda because I could only see it on the front. And I could see a little sunroom. I can see a sitting room. And almost like a pantry-sized kitchen. When did she live in? Oh, she died in 1917. That's when they basically didn't have kitchens. No wonder it looks so small. And I can particularly see she was very proud of her garden, because no matter what, she could grow her food. She had 3 children. I can see a daughter and a son. I think the other one's a son as well. I think one went off to war. Interesting, because they're both females that are in this grave, so they're missing some of their family. She's missing her husband too in here. She's missing her husband. She died after her husband, so I wonder where he's buried. I wonder why they wouldn't have been buried together. Where do you guys want to go? How long have we been on this? People probably got to go to work. It's early in the morning. We've been on for 44 minutes. Hang on, let me see. Okay. Do you guys want me to keep going, or do you guys need to start your day and get ready for work? Because I could do this all day. I'm going to head out to Hampstead Heath after we do this. pick up the energy there. So Carol and I watched the movie Belle, which was all about Dido,
Belle.
who was the little mulatto girl that the movie was based on, which was a true story. She grew up in Hampstead Heath, and it was very revolutionary at the time because she was born to a slave that was on a ship to America. And was he a duke in the movie?
Lord.
One of the lords fell in love with her, or slept with her, and she got pregnant. The slave mom ended up dying, and he took his daughter, who was half black, half white, took his daughter back to the estate which his uncle owned, and said, "You need to take care of this little girl, treat her as our own." And they did. They raised her as their own in a time of slavery. And the man that Dido falls in love with is a barrister who's fighting for the abolition of slavery. And it's just such a beautiful love story. And then to know that I was there standing where she grew up, where the base of the story was from, it was really neat to feel the heritage and to understand who owned the home and their family imprints. Because there's one thing that this has taught me on this trip, is that life is imprints, and we are here to break the ones that no longer serve our family or serve our lives. It's literally like our bloodlines are on repeat. And if you look back through history, you will see the sins of the father being passed down. I talk about this a lot in my videos because everything is connected. And it shows me that. Because even in the movie, the first thing I said to Carol was, I go, "Carol, that mother who was a slave on a boat, who probably thought her life was worthless, gave birth to a girl that would change history." It's all connected. That mother may not have known her worth. That little girl may not have known her mother's worth because she didn't grow up knowing her. But she changed history by giving birth to that little girl. She changed English history. And so I just think, had anything been different, someone had to come here and play that role and play it so well that they actually believed it, right? It's an illusion. We need to see our worth and understand that we are creating history every day with the choices that we make. And we may not even realize it, right? So anyways, it was really neat to go into that house and be there. So I'm going back. I asked Carol to take me back so we can walk the grounds because it's absolutely stunning and beautiful. So I may do another live from there, but I think I might make it a meditation, and just because I did one meditation at Stonehenge with you guys before our tour was done and getting kicked out to go back. But I haven't really done any meditations because the places that I've gone to weren't the most uplifting places, to be very honest with you. They had imprints where it's like, woo, I don't want to open myself up to that imprint, right? Stonehenge, the reason why I did a meditation there was it has a much softer healing energy than Avebury. I didn't want to open you guys up in Avebury. Stonehenge was different because so many people have done healing work on the ley lines there. You could totally feel that it being amplified. So if there was any sort of data that was imprinted into the ley lines of Stonehenge by the Druids or people that had ill intentions, it's been erased. It's like a hard drive. It's been erased by the healing intentions and energy that's done there every day. And that has been done there every day. Like even when we were in Avebury, every single day, there was healers doing work on the stones, meditating with the stones, right? So I know that matrix of negativity, if there was one, it's been erased. So that's why I did that Stonehenge meditation, and I'm gonna have to go back and watch it and see what I feel when I tune back in. But Hampstead Heath has such a beautiful, soft energy that when I went there the first time the other day, that's what I wanted to do. I just wanted to go sit in the grass and meditate because it was so peaceful and so magnificent that I wanted to share it with you guys. So I will try and do that this afternoon. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So, what are some of the comments, Carol?
There you go.
Let me see. You want more? Keep it going. Just driving to work. Oh, Rebecca, thanks for hopping online. Rebecca's from England. A relative that's important cemetery has an important message. Okay. Ask if they met God and how do they have it now. Yes, I will. Oh my God, Patricia got kicked out of Stonehenge. No. Lilia. Oh, hang on. Yes. Penn, glad to hear negativity has been neutralized at Stonehenge. Yes, it has. It totally has. Melissa, you and Carol are doing amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. No, Lilia, I didn't get kicked out. So Carol, who's behind the camera, is a member of English Heritage. So she got us a private tour at sunrise to go watch the sun come up at Stonehenge. Too bad it was kind of drizzly. It wasn't too bad, but it was overcast. But anyways, we got to walk amongst the stones, and I know that people, I guess, aren't allowed to do that. I thought they just weren't allowed to touch the stones. No, you're not even allowed to walk amongst them, which is so ridiculous. It's crazy ridiculous. The excuse that they gave us is that there's lichen on the stones that are millions of years old. So I respected their rules. I didn't want to mess with their rules. And so I carried my liquid light, which is like liquid prayers. I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about it before. And I dropped it in front of the stones, around the stones, everywhere on the ley lines that I could. I dropped it everywhere. Now in Avery, I was squirting it all over the stones and on the ground. So it's definitely been doused in Avery. But in Stonehenge, I did it around the stones and in between the stones. And then I hopped on the live with you guys. They only give you an hour on the tour. So I wasn't kicked out. I just had to boot it back. And at the beginning, so I guess you're not really allowed to go live from Stonehenge, and you're allowed to take videos, but personal videos. Well, I'm not making money off of this. This is for my travel vlog, like for me, so I can look back and watch it and go, oh my God, that's right, I did that. That was so cool. But I guess he saw me talking into the camera, and the guy, I could see him out of the corner of my eye, just marching up behind me. So that's when in the video I'm like, ooh, okay guys, I gotta go quiet for a minute. Because then it just looked like I was recording. It didn't look like I was talking to anybody. So anyways, and then I just sat down and went, I'm doing my meditation. So yes, we meditated, we prayed, and we doused Stonehenge in liquid light. And I always carry that stuff with me, and I also put it on the bottoms of my shoes and then walk it into Mother Earth. And I set the intention that with every step, I'm blessing the ley lines that are underneath my feet. You know what? If it works, if it does something, perfect. If it doesn't, hey, it's a sweet intention. I'm not hurting anybody, and I'm shifting humanity in whatever way that I can. So, okay, let's move on, and we'll do maybe one more session. I want to go that way though. What do you think? What do you think, Carol? Can you make it just over this?
Yep.
No, we'll walk this in between.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, let's do this. Okay, setting the intention that if anybody wants to come communicate with us, that they draw us to the headstone and use the K2 meter to communicate. Let's do this. Points away. I'm kind of surprised I haven't seen any trees that have vortex wood, like where they spiral a lot. So this, for example, you see how it's beginning to spiral up here like that? It's not, this isn't a vortex, but when you're in a natural vortex, the trees and their bark and their leaves grow in a spiral formation. I'm just saying, I'm surprised I haven't seen any in here, just because of the energy that's in here. But anyways, it kind of grows like that. Ooh, bugs. Those are called midges? Those are midges?
Midges.
Look. I wanted to eat my face. Okay. I thought these little guys were midges. Those aren't, because you guys don't have mosquitoes out here.
No.
Right? Careful, careful. Oh, but you got snails and shells everywhere. Okay, I'll concentrate. Go across this way, and then slowly make our way to the path. And see. Like a weirdo walking through the cemetery with dowsing rods. Oh, it's pushing me this way, Carol. Oh. You got open-toed shoes. I know. Okay, let's skip this ghost. Let's skip this ghost. The caretaker's staring at us. So let's skip that one. Let's skip that ghost. Yeah, he's looking at us. Okay, I'm just gonna put these away for a second. We'll probably keep them out. Yeah, we'll do one more. Just wait until we get past the grave. Hello.
What are those sticks you have?
They're dowsing rods.
They're dowsing rods,
They're
are they?
dowsing rods.
And what have you found with them?
Well, ghosts.
Oh,
Yeah. Are you into that stuff? Not really, no? It freaks
not
you out?
really.
Do you ever see anything spooky around?
No,
No, nothing's ever
no. I
happened.
don't find it creepy in here.
No?
I find it quite
Peaceful.
peaceful.
Excellent.
I
Excellent.
do.
Good.
Or
Good.
malevolent or anything. I don't
Yeah.
find it like that.
Good. How long have you been doing this
Oh,
for?
a long time. 14 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so-
Wow.
I've never been here at 3 a.m., but I've been here in winter when I leave. It's getting dark and stuff.
Yeah.
And I've been here very early, which is nice as well. But
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. What is the oldest grave here? I've been wanting to ask.
It would be on the west side. It would be 1839. So it's not that old.
Okay, what's
On the other
oldest-
side, yeah.
Do you know what the oldest graveyard in England is? So it's not this one?
No.
It'd probably be in those castles, hey?
Yeah, or probably like around a church.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
if you look at old churches, you sometimes notice that the land above them is like a hump, and the path is quite low.
Yes.
That's burial pits. That's where the bodies are stacked up. And this place was open to replace those because they're pretty unhygienic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to Ireland and there was a bunch of those, and then there was dolmen stones right
Okay,
next to it.
I know.
in the middle of some farmer's field.
Yeah.
And my cousin lived there, so he knew all the folklore and where to go and everything. So
Okay.
yeah, I've seen those burial mounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And where'd you come from originally?
I'm from Canada.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going home tomorrow, but
Okay.
well, thank you.
That's okay.
Thank you. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
sharing
Thank
with
you.
us.
Have a good evening.
But it's not as old as I thought.
The other side is.
Yeah, but still only 1800s.
Mm.
Like, we went into buildings that were 1600s,
Yes.
17. Oh, yeah. The Avery.
The Avery Cemetery was
Well,
1500.
and the cottage
Yeah.
was 1700s.
Yeah.
So, and the Avery Church, St. James Church, was created in 1098. So, can you imagine the amounts of funerals and masses and people? And the crazy thing is, half of these are strawberries and raspberries. Hold on, I got something I should. Okay, we're gonna do this. Let's go find a better area. How many people are sticking with us? Okay. Okay, guys, stick with me. We're disgusting right now. This is actually fun. I really do enjoy this. Because it's proof that we live on, and they get to say their bit. You know, if they need a prayer, hey, that's what I'm here for. What is that plant that grabs onto you and just...
The one that ripped my leg open.
Yeah.
Don't know.
How far is Karl Marx's grave from here?
To get them. I'll have to get them.
Is it far?
It shouldn't be, but it'll be busy over there.
Yeah, true. No, I was just thinking, show them, give them a quick glimpse of Karl Marx's grave. Oh, look at this. Whose is that thing? Look at that. Well, someone had to make a statement. Look at the size of this thing. Sacred to the memory of my beloved husband, Calhoun John Shaw, who departed this life February 19th, 1892, at 54 years old. Not lost, abundant, or it's a little on the opulent side, I'd say. Yeah, the graveyards here are quite interesting. Is your arm getting tired? Do you want me to hold
I'm
it for a
good.
minute? You're good?
Yeah. I
Okay.
need it.
Melissa, I'm sorry, Patricia, but talking about the bugs and snails, I'm dying laughing. Yeah, they're really gross out here. They have different bugs than what we do. They don't have mosquitoes here, which is weird, and they don't have a lot of flies. Okay. Oh, I love your guys' comments. Lilia, you need to do this again and offer a small private tour of England. I know. I really do. That's what Carol was saying. She's like, you could just come back and do this all the time. Many years ago, they're nowhere near this. Oh, that's Stonehenge you guys are talking about. Okay. Okay, I think this is remote enough, eh? What do you think? Okay, 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 guys. Let's do it again. Okay, you hold that. Let me take a sip of my water. Oh, put that back in your pocket. Sorry, is your arm okay?
I'm good.
Let's do this.
Someone just said okay.
You heard that? Someone just said okay. 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 here we
Okay.
go. If there is anyone who would like to communicate with us, go ahead and lead the way by pointing my dowsing rods in the direction that you would like me to go in. And now we walk. Ooh. Oh, really? There's stuff in there though. We can't go in there. Isn't that the weed that eats you? What's that weed? Nettles? We don't want
Nettles,
nettles.
no.
Okay, well, let's see. I'm gonna come from this way and make sure it's there. I'll just put it on the ground and see what happens. That's all of me. If anyone would like to communicate, go ahead and point me in the right direction. Okay, so it is around this area. So okay, so just remember, don't come too close. Do you think if I put it on this stone, you could get a picture, or
Yep.
you could see it? Okay. You got that? Yeah? Okay. Is there anyone who'd like to come and communicate with us here in this time and space? Wave your hand over the little green light and just let us know that you're here. It's kind of sitting on an anthill. Wave your hand over the little device. I kind of think we should go someplace stronger, to be honest. It doesn't feel as strong. So I'll give you 5 seconds to wave your hand and let yourself be known. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Okay, let's go somewhere else. It didn't feel hugely strong when I came down this way and tested. Watch now, everybody who's watching is going to go to the graveyards with their dowsing rods. But it leads you to someone who needs prayer, who needs communication. It's opening up. Okay. We got open this time. Big time open.
And an open grave.
Oh. Ew. Ew. Can you take a shot in there? Look at that, guys. An open grave. So they took out the coffin.
They took it out, or it's underneath.
Okay, let me check this one.
There's people coming.
Coming right now. Okay. Okay, that sucks.
It's okay. we can read graves.
We can what?
We can read graves
Oh yeah.
until
Okay.
they move.
C'est ça, quoi. Mais c'est l'inverse, justement.
There's a good one here.
$18.79. Do you want to go in further? Or do you want me to try right here?
You can try right here. Eliza Rose.
Oh, she said they can't hear. Can you guys hear us now? Where's the famous medium Florence Cook buried? Do you have any idea where she's buried?
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but Karl Marx is buried in here, and so is George Michael. And Carol took me to the Highgate Memorial toilets, where George Michael was best known for. Okay, I'm glad that you guys can hear me now. So, should I do one here, or do you want us to go deeper? Okay, if there's anybody who would like to communicate with us, you can use the K2 meter and just wave your hand over top of the device. You can make the light turn red. So if there's anybody who'd like to communicate with us, anybody who would have anything to say, you know what's weird about this one? There's, as I stand here, I can feel a flux of energy. So I know that there is something here, but it doesn't feel like it's human. It just feels energy. It doesn't feel, maybe it's a crossing of a ley line or just a different field of energy, but it doesn't necessarily feel like someone. It feels like something. And I'm not talking an intelligent thing. It's almost like having a headstone. You know, like it's just a field of energy. I don't think we're going to get contact standing here, so let's move forward. I can feel it at the ones that I can tell when there's someone hanging out there, or if it's just a field of energy. Like, remember, Carol, when we were, the other night, we were doing this. We were doing this in Avery, out in the graveyard, and I had my green laser beam. And Stephen Greer, he always does this pattern, this 3-6-9 pattern, that he shoots out into space with his laser beam. Well, I have the same laser beam. And so I was sitting there doing the 3-6-9, and all of a sudden we get this flash in the sky. And then the meter starts going off on the ground. And so we start asking, okay, if this is a UFO or if we've made contact with something above, go ahead and flash again. And it flashed again. And then it flashed on the EMF detector. And then we asked for, do it again. All of a sudden, it started doing the 3-6-9 pattern on the EMF detector. And I caught that on tape. I didn't catch what was going on in the sky on tape because I'm using my iPhone in order to do this with you guys. But yeah, it was really trippy. But I could also tell the difference of when that communication was over and closed, and then it became spirits of the dead that had something to do with the church, or needed a prayer, or just someone that was kind of walking by, noticed us, and was willing to say hi and talk to us. It's all different feelings of energy that you get. And there is a massive difference between making communication with a UFO or a spirit. They're completely different realms. Same thing with angels. Angels feel so much different than a deceased person, even if it's a loved one that comes in love. Angels radiate at such a high level of unconditional love that it pours through you when you're in their presence. It's a different field of energy, and when you know what to look for, even if it's slight, you can tell the difference. You can tell the difference between if someone's male or female, because you know what a male energy feels like or a feminine energy feels like. Break it down and you'll understand what I'm talking about. So, okay, let's do this. Last one, I think, and then we got to make a potty break. Okay, last one, guys. If there's anybody who'd like to communicate with us, direct the way to my dowsing rods. It's a great way to start off your day, guys. I love this stuff. Love, love, love it. Ooh, other than the bugs. Ugh. Sorry, it's wrecking my connection though. We've come to a fork in the road. And look what it does. So I'm assuming we need to go up that way. Hold on, let me just check. Yep. Going this way. You can see the rods, hey, Carol?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for being my camera woman. Oh. You just feel where it's being pointed because they're crossing, but let me check it one more time. You see there? I actually think it's this one. You could try both. Let's see who's here. So we have Mr. George Forbes, who departed this life January 26th, 1888 at 63 years old. Also of Ellen, the beloved wife of the above, died July 3rd, 1862, age 29. Hang on. Oh my God, this stuff is stuck on there. Stuck.
You gotta get your nail under it further down.
Yeah. Mr. Ivy. And that stuff. Okay. Not in the cruelty, not in wrath. The Reaper came that day. What a thing to write. 'Twas angels visited the earth and bore her hence away. Not in cruelty, not in wrath. The Reaper came that day. 'Twas angels visited the earth and bore her hence away. Also of John Forbes. Also, oh, father of the above, George Forbes, died July 1st, 1878 at age 80. So, wife of the above, John Forbes. John's name is on this like 3-4 times. Died April 26th, 1880.
Georgina.
Georgina. Oh, Georgina. That's a name that's come up the last couple days quite a few times, hey? Okay, well, we're cleaning their headstone. Okay, now let's read it. George Forbes, who departed this life January 26th, 1888, age 63. Also of Ellen, the beloved wife of the above, died July 23rd, 1862, age 29. Not in cruelty, not in wrath. The reaper came that day. 'Twas angels visited the earth and bore her hence away. Also of John Forbes, father of the above, George Forbes, died July 1st, 1878, age 80 years. So he was born in 1792. No, 92. No. And my dad. Anyways, 1898. Why can't I do math? At the age of 80. Also of Georgina Forbes, wife of the above, John Forbes, died April 26, 1880, age 78. Interesting. He died 1880. He died 80 years. She was 78 and he died in 1878. Interesting. Okay, let's do this. Okay, for anyone who would like to communicate with us, that's not nettles, right? Is that nettles?
No.
Come and use this little detector. You just need to wave your hand over it, over the green light, and it will pick up your resonance. It will pick up your field of energy. So if there's anybody who would like to communicate with us, you can step forward now and wave your hand over the little K2 meter, the EMF meter. And just let us know that you're here. Is there anybody walking amongst the stones? Hope you didn't mind me clearing your headstone for you. George Forbes, John Forbes, and Georgina Forbes. If any of you are available for a conversation, you're more than welcome to step forward and come talk to us. Okay. It doesn't feel like anyone's here.
Oh.
Oh, right when I said that. Is there anyone here that would like to communicate with us? Wave your hand over the meter and just let us know that you're here. Okay, we'll do a 5-second countdown. And then we will move on. So wave your hand over the little meter and just let us know that you're around and you wish to communicate. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okie dokie. So, okay. Hey guys, hi Melina. Thanks so much for jumping on. Yeah, shy spirit. And you know what? Not every time it works. Not every time it works. I was, whoa! Ooh, those things are ugly. Maybe it's my perfume. Anyways, it doesn't work every time. Like not every time we open that communication. That's why we moved on to so many different graves, because some people will just stand there and watch you in spirit. Others will openly communicate, but it's really all about energy and who's there at the time that you're there. Yeah, this has been really, really cool to be able to do live with you guys. I'm just going to find a better spot. And is Karl Marx's grave far? I'm going to find out where we are. And, King's Royal Rifle Corpse. Look at this. So much history here. So much history here. Anyways, as I was saying, not every time you'll get communication. But when you do, it's really cool because they can give clear yes and no answers, like that one was doing on the grave there earlier. And yeah, it's really interesting because there's no reason why that meter should be going off unless there's communication, because you can actually use that to check your electricity or EMF in your house. You know, just like when I waved my phone over it, you could clearly see that it was going off. Okay, where are we going, Carol? Hang on. Carl? You guys want to see Karl Marx's grave and see and feel the energy of that? I saw it the other day. It's ginormous. 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 Do we have to walk by George Michael's grave to get there?
That's the other side.
The other side, okay. I showed you guys George Michael's grave the first time that I came to Highgate Cemetery. But yeah, I think that is enough spirit communication for me today. I could totally do this stuff all day. But I wanted to do it. Oh, it's right here. It's right here. But I wanted to do it. Ooh, maybe I wish I could do it at Karl Marx's grave. That would be trippy. But there's so many people here. Look. Look at this. Look at the size of this thing. So since I'm live, for all of you guys who are psychic online, just tune into the energy of that. Tune into the energy of Karl Marx. Just for a second. Karl Marx was the father of which ideology again? Marxism.
Which was supposed to be a good way forward, and it just ended up with the death of thousands.
Brutal. And each and every one of these headstones are stories. Stories and chapters. Who's this? Emery? Elizabeth Emery. The size of that. I wonder if like, is she entombed in this? Hold on, let's look. I wish I had a flashlight. I think there is a coffin in there. Ugh. I have learned so much on this trip and integrated so much information and received so much information that I think when I get home, I'm going to need a week or two to integrate and process everything, because it's a lot to take in. A lot about my own heritage and my mother's family, and a lot to take in on a global scale. You know, the theme, I think, of this trip is that nothing could have been any different. Nobody's story could have been any different. Some people have come to suffer, and some people have come to prosper and have easy lives, and I believe that there's rewards in heaven for the ones that are brave enough to live in hell on earth. I do believe that, you know, it's just such a short time in this play that we call our reality, you know, but we're all just characters in each other's plays, walking each other home. How can I help you? Right? How can we raise each other up and make this world a better place? So, and all I know is learning about the royal family and the cruelty and the patterns and the history that just repeats itself over and over and over again. It's like a broken record. No wonder, you know, the energy here is somber and, you know, people aren't jolly in the morning. There's a somberness here. Maybe it's the weather, maybe it's the patterns of history, but it's been fascinating to be here and learn and take it all in. So it's crazy. If you guys haven't read or downloaded Prince Harry's book, do it. Do it. I'm reading his book right now, and good on him for being as brave as he has been, speaking his truth and telling his side of the story. You know, I can't imagine the trauma that is embedded in that boy's cells, you know, from a young age, having to learn to block out emotion and not cry, not even on his mother's funeral as he's walking behind her coffin, you know. It's so sad. I'm glad that he's found love and peace in California. You know, sometimes cutting off your family is the greatest thing a person can do. So I don't blame him for what he's done. I just hope he finds forgiveness in his heart so he doesn't hang on to the pain that he has experienced in his past. So, yeah. Oh, and the other thing that I learned, because my friend Carol is a TV producer, she was telling me that when her company went to go rent out the crowds that they needed in the backdrop of their movie, all the rent-a-crowds had been rented because it happened to be on the same day as Prince Charles and Camilla's wedding. So all of those crowds that you see that are congratulating them at their wedding, they're fake. They're fake. They were rented so that no one would protest and throw eggs at them or anything. Like, just the amount of deception, you know, with this family. It's Hollywood. It's all fake. It's a matrix designed, you know, designed to mess with our head and tell us what to believe. And so I just, eyes wide open, you guys, you know, see through the illusion, through the Hollywoodness that is being shoved down our throats, and question everything. If something doesn't feel right to you, question it. Whether it's on TV, whether it's your government, or whether it's your partner at home, question it. If something doesn't feel right, chances are it's not. So anyways, you guys, thank you for sticking with me for over an hour and a half. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This may possibly be my last live before I leave London. It has been an amazing 3 weeks in Ireland and England. And I can't thank you enough for following my journey and watching me stick my foot in my mouth and, you know, get looking like a drowned rat, wearing the same clothes over and over because it was so cold here. It's nice out today, but I'm still in a sweatshirt and I know I'm not sweating. So can't wait to go home to my plus 30 weather. Anyways, you guys, much love from London, and I will see you when I get home. We'll be back to meditating in the studio and connecting that way. So God bless, take care, and we'll see you on the next live. Bye, guys.